Hello everyone and welcome back to Lucky15, where I'll be giving you my each way Lucky15 predictions for tomorrow's horse racing action. And today was a good day really. We had two winners up today and it was a very nice performances from both horses in the end. Our first winner was Indian Hawk, which is trained by Nicky Henderson, and Daryl Jacob rode the winner with that one. It travelled through the race pretty well and in the end had enough to win on its first start under rules today and going over hurdles for the first time. So it was a really nice performance and there could be more to come from that horse in future. It's also got some good top connections. The people that own it own the likes of Bristol Demai and Top Notch, two quality horses, so there could be a good future for this horse and it'll be interesting to see if that form works out in other races in the future. So definitely want to keep in the memory bank, and it was a nice performance there from our own unknown selection. Then our other winner was our Longshot, which was called Sunshine and Cuddles. It was in the last race of the day at Wolverhampton, trained by Jenny Candlish. Ross O'Ryan took the ride, who's been riding very well recently. He's been notching up a lot of winners, and it came with a good late run at the end to win for us at 8-1, and I was pretty happy with that performance there. Our other runner was Lady London, and that was not a bad performance. Never probably was going to win the race. Was held up and it was coming down not too badly down the home straight, being asked for pressure though, and it wasn't able to quicken and get away with the trio of leaders that finished in the top three in the end. So finishing in fourth place there was slightly disappointing, and there was also a little bit of a drift throughout the day, so that was a bit of a disappointing selection there. That was our next best. Our nap was Coppin de Class at Ludlow, which was trained by Paul Nichols, and Sam Twiston Davis was meant to take the ride, but it was withdrawn shortly before the race started, and it was really disappointing that one didn't run. I think it had a slight little injury they were a little bit worried about. But in the end, the winner of that race was Carrie Lee's Tree of Liberty, which made its first appearance over fences for the first time. And it was a really nice, likeable performance, and definitely one to keep in the memory bank for future races there. I thought it jumped very well for its first time out. It was always prominent pretty much throughout the race, and beat some good horses as well in a novice's handicap, giving away some weight. It beat the likes of Sister Sybil, which isn't a bad horse, and a few other decent horses like Nightfly as well, who seems to have found his rhythm. Now he's gone jumping for Charlie Longston. So all in all, it was not a bad day today. We had kind of really three runners in the end, and two of them were winners. So you can't really ask for more than that, only just have another winner. So that's how today's selections ran. Hopefully we can have a good day tomorrow. The same format as normal now for the new year. We do a nap, we do a next best, we do a long shot and an unknown, so something a little bit different for all the four selections. So our first selection tomorrow will see us go to Newcastle on the all-weather, and we're going in their second race there in the 130 with a horse called Apalis. It's currently around 4-1 with bookmakers at the moment. It's trained by Michael Easterby, whose team have been doing pretty well recently. Conditional jockey Harrison Shaw takes a good £7 off tomorrow. Now, last time we saw this horse, it won over the course and distance with the same jockey aboard, and I thought really it could definitely go well again tomorrow. It meets the likes of horses like Strictly Art, who's been very consistent, but I thought this horse had a very good chance, like I said, tomorrow. It's been going over hurdles and also the longer trips over the flat, and it's definitely got the stamina, which you kind of do need at Newcastle. It's a long straight to end with over the 2 miles, and also as well there's a slight incline towards the last couple of furlongs, so that extra stamina does tend to kick in, and I thought 4-1 he could definitely go well. They've only raised him £1 for his last time out win, and I thought he should definitely go close tomorrow, and he's going to be our nap selection to kick us off. Our second selection is going to be the Longshot tomorrow at Bangor on D in the 320, and we're going with a horse here called Libby Valance. It's currently around 12-1 with bookmakers at the moment, and I think this one could be maybe well punted tomorrow. It's trained by Rebecca Curtis, and Adam Wedge takes the ride, who had that blunder earlier on in the week at Exeter where he missed a fence, but he has been reprimanded for that, and he's got a ban which should be coming in soon, but he rides this one tomorrow, and I thought this horse had a very good chance. It finished 6th out of 7 last time at Taunton, which actually is a good piece of form. It featured Cumley and One of Us, which went on to run a couple of weeks ago, just before Christmas at Ascot, and those two horses, which were 1st and 4th in this race at Taunton, were in the first 2 at that race at Ascot, in what was a pretty good field of horses there, where there was some good young and upcoming good horses in that race. So the form could be quite strong, really. And I thought, really, in this race tomorrow, he kind of found a good opportunity to run a good race and make the frame. And I thought Liberty Valance, currently 12 to 1, been lightly raced. It only made its handicap debut a couple of starts ago. It's off a mark in the low 100s. I thought that's still a pretty good workable mark for this horse to go on and do some good things in handicaps. And I thought, even though he was up to 3 miles last time, he had a very good chance of making the frame in the race. So that's going to be the Longshot tomorrow, Liberty Valance in the 320 at Bangor, currently around 12 to 1. Our third selection, so this is going to be the unknown tomorrow, is in the last race, the Bumper at Bangor, with a horse called Burns Cross. It's currently 10 to 3 with bookmakers at the moment, trained by Neil Mulholland, and Noel Feely takes the ride in this one tomorrow. I thought this horse was quite interesting. It won its point to point last year in quite good style, and it was purchased for a bit of a hefty price tag for £75,000 at the Punchestown auctions last year. So they've spent a little bit of money on this, and he's got some good breeding in his pedigree. He's related to the likes of Prince Marla, being a full brother, and he's got some good useful connections within that pedigree as well, if you wanted to go and take a look at that. He's currently priced up about 10 to 3 at the moment, and I thought he could have definitely quite a good chance in this race tomorrow, and he could definitely be one for future races as well. So I thought 10 to 3, in quite a small field for a Bumper, he could definitely be one of the major players, and if there's any market support tomorrow, he's definitely one to note. But I thought he was definitely worth checking in this each way Lucky15. So that's the third selection there tomorrow. Our last selection then goes to the all-weather meeting in the evening at Chelmsford in the 8:15 with a horse called the Eagle's Nest, currently around 9 to 2. This is the next best tomorrow. It's trained by Ray Guest, and Martin Dwyer takes the ride tomorrow. Now, last time we saw this horse, it won over the course over a mile at Chelmsford in quite good style. It's dropping back to 7 furlongs tomorrow, but I don't think that should be an issue. It's also looking for a hat-trick of wins. It's going to be carrying a low weight as well, good weight of 8 stone 11, and I thought I had a very good chance of going close in this race tomorrow, and I wouldn't be surprised if that make the frame and could potentially win the race. It's got a good draw as well from stall 1, so that always definitely helps at Chelmsford to have a good low draw. So they're the selections for tomorrow. If you've had a good day today, if you followed any of our winners, let us know in the comments box below. If you have any alternatives in the races I've selected tomorrow, also as well, please let your comments be known in the comments box below. You can follow us on social media, on Facebook at Lucky15, and we're being more active now, or we have been for the new year so far. Also as well, Twitter is definitely the place to really follow us on social media, same name, Lucky15. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, gamble responsibly, and we'll be seeing you soon.